What's happening, Canes fam? It's your boy CB. We are back here for another huddle watch along with a Miami commit. But on today's episode, I have one of the newest commits for Miami, four-star athlete Waden Charles, easily one of the best athletes in the class, star receiver, could also just be a four-star safety if he wanted to be, and we're going to get into that, but big, physical, electric after the catch. Some of the best body control and adjustment you will see from a receiver, but you don't want to hear me tell it. You want to hear from him himself. So
That's
without further ado, the newest Miami commit, one of the baddest athletes in any class, 2025 four-star, Waden Charles. How's it going, bro?
going good. How you doing?
Still buzzing off of your commit, obviously. Big weekend for the Canes. Got a W, got the big commit from obviously one of the biggest high profile targets. I mean, it don't matter who it was in the country, Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Florida State, Miami, everyone was knocking at your door. What
Mhm.
was it that made you want to decide earlier that you wanted to commit in this process?
Um, I wanted to like commit right now. So like, once my time's come for when I'm about to go to college, like, they already know like I was the first one on their board. Like I was the first one to like get on board. Cause like they've been recruiting me for a long time. They've been recruiting me the hardest. They've been showing the most love. So like I felt like it was the right time. And after the way they performed in the game against Texas A&M, because the coaches been telling me like they was telling me like this is the year they about to start the rebuild. They about to start doing a lot of things differently. Like last year they fell short to Texas A&M, but this year they came back and beat them. So like that shows that they been progressing, and the way that the receivers play too, like it shows that they're gonna be throwing the ball a lot. So I want to like fit into that.
What was that atmosphere like being there in the stands? Because obviously you had in your mind like, hey, this may be top three for me. While you're there and you watching that game, you're there at Hard Rock. What was that atmosphere like?
Like it was just a bunch of fans. Like it was a bunch of fans that like knew me too. Like a bunch of them were calling my name out. Like I was like random people like were saying my name. I was like it was like I don't know. It was just like it was crazy. Like and that was my first time going to a Miami game at Hard Rock. So it was like a great experience.
Really?
Yeah. So it was a lot of people there. It was a nice experience.
Was that interesting for you being the recruit that when you walked in the building, not just the other recruits who was there knew who you were, but like random dude in Miami jersey was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, Wade and Charles." Was that weird for you?
And that was crazy. Like I was in line getting food and like a dude came out of nowhere just yelling my name. It was crazy. It was fun.
So, but for someone that's interesting for me to hear because you are one of the most high profile recruits in the class, whether it's 7-on-7 or your normal games. I would imagine you're used to seeing a college coach on your sideline. You're used to a younger kid asking for your gloves. Is
Mhm.
that experience of you just having random people know your name a little bit jarring so far? Is that different than obviously when you go to 7-on-7? I would imagine all the DBs know who you are, whether you know them or not, they know who you are. But is it a different feeling when a random Hurricane fan knows who you are?
Yeah, it is different. That shows that they want me to be there. Like they showing love. Shows that I'm wanting someone. That I'm needed.
Speaking of showing love, before we get into your film, there's somebody I got to ask you about, Coach Kevin Beard. You constantly hear from Chance, from JoJo, how real his conversations are and how important that relationship is back and forth with Coach KB. What is your relationship like with Coach KB?
Yeah, just like everyone says about him, like he is like one of the realest coaches out here. Like he, like even when he's talking to you, like he won't even just be trying to like talk about football. He'll like ask you how you're doing, and he'll like try to speak to you like on like life, like how to be a better man. Like he'll try to mentor you. It's not even just about football with him. It's just he just tries to make sure you're good so you don't mess up.
That's one of the things you constantly hear about him. Like after Chance recruited, committed, he was like he talks to KB every day, and it don't even be about football. It just be
Mhm.
about life. How you doing? How's everything going? Hey, how's that class that you said was difficult? Like, have you come around in it? I think people forget that y'all are people at the end of the day too. Like people be like, "Hey, he reclassifying." I'm like, "Hey, you know what that take? Like, hold up. Like
Right.
he a person. He got to actually do these things." I know it's easy for somebody to just type, "Hey, Waden should to reclassify or he should commit now. But it's like, hold up, he got his process he got to do. It's
Yeah.
not as simple as I think I want to go there. You got to think about school, and as weird it is for people to have to think about as fans, you have to think about your journey. It's not necessarily your job to rescue or save any school. It is your job to, I mean, you got a goal in mind, obviously, is get to the NFL. So
Mm.
you have to look at who's going to get me best prepared for my journey. And I like that wherewithal to know, all right, I need a good coach, but I also need someone I could trust too. And
Yeah.
Coach Kevin Beard just seems like that dude. Like when you talk to everybody, it just seems like guys just trust him. Have you had a lot of conversations with the offensive coordinator, Coach Dawson?
Um, I haven't talked to him that much, but I did like meet him one time when I went to Miami for a visit, and I was in the film room with Coach Kevin Beard, and he came in there and introduced himself to me and stuff.
That when you watch your skill set, we were live streaming watching your huddle last week, and constantly in the comments they were like, "Yo, he got that Kobe Young in him." Like when he does it, so you can start seeing how you fit into this offense. I would imagine watching that A&M game, you watching 4 and you watching 3, going, "Okay, yeah,"
Yeah,
because I see how they could use me like that, and then they
yeah,
just did that. Oh, I do that exact same screen. We
yeah,
gonna see that in your a lot of what you do is very reminiscent of what Coach Dawson does. You're
yeah.
used in a lot of different ways, so I gotta ask, what is your favorite route to run?
Favorite route to run? I'll probably say like a post route. I'll say a post or a curl, cause like I ain't gonna lie, like on that curl at the top of my route, like I worked that route so much, so like I always win on the curl and the post route, like I always win on that too. So like those are like my top two favorite routes. I ain't gonna lie.
And you being a speedster like you are, you being a vertical threat, I would imagine these corners get to bailing when you get off the line running that curl because you're gonna run your curl the same way you're running your go route. So you full tilt off the line, and you know the second you full tilt off the line, that DB is opening up his hips and going, "Oh no, no, no!"
Yeah,
Charles about to go deep. Then you hit him at the top of your route, boom, 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 and there's probably no way anybody can deal with your kind of separation out of your break. But a
yeah.
part of your game that's crazy is this here. Your ability to take a screen, to take a 2-yard pass and turn it into a 94-yard highlight. Bro, to your quarterback, that shows a 94-yard touchdown pass to your quarterback in the box score all day long. This part of your game, though, how much do you love getting the ball in space like this and working these screens? We see you again here on a jailbreak. How much do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I love it a lot because like there's like a lot of receivers that's like my size. Like they can only do one thing, they can run in a straight line. Like they can't move to the slot. They can just stay on the outside, run basic routes. But like me, the thing about me, like I'm versatile. I can go anywhere. Like I can go in the slot, run any type of route you want me to do. That's why I feel like that's why I like
Is
those players.
you a complete it's a complete receiver when you watch you. And to his point, I want to reinforce that. 6'3", 185. He's not lying when he says when you see a receiver 6'3", 185, they're not running jailbreaks. You know what I'm saying? They're not running a lot of slants. They're not running bubble screens. No disrespect to them. They're not as agile and nimble on the edge. But then you see Waden, big receiver, can look like a slot guy once he gets the ball in his hands. Did you used to play running back at all back in the day? Because in the open field, you got that running back in you.
Yeah, literally that was my first skill position, running back.
There we go. And then here, this is what I mean by complete receiver. Stick your foot in the ground. Crisp routes, bro. You run very, very crisp, very smooth routes. And again, for guys that can dominate off the ball, just being faster than everybody else, they tend to be lax with their routes. You still run very crisp routes, even in the middle of the field between the hashes, making a tough catch. And then once you get the football in your hands, that's why I say running back, bro. You find daylight, shoulders hit upfield, and Charles is gone.
Yeah,
And that's what we call separation. Boys gave up chasing you. They was I ain't that's 4-3. I'm not doing that.
yeah.
I know in this here. So how much do you get to do what we see here, punt returning and kick returning? I would imagine that's just fun for you because you're just a playmaker in the open field now.
Yeah, it is fun.
at the next level, do you have a way that you'd like to be used? I know when you watch your film, it's slot receiver, it's outside, it's kick returner, it's punt returner. You do the nasty stuff underneath. You go deep, you go vertical. Do you even have a preference at the next level, or do you just like to be used as an offensive weapon like this?
Yeah, I don't really have a preference. Like wherever the coach need me at, that's where I'll be able to play. I make sure
Another
like I make sure I work everything. I make sure I learn every route for every position. So like just in case anything happens to like somebody that's there, if I gotta fill in, I know what I'm doing.
that's huge, especially when you're young, when you're a freshman, because you never know where you may be able to get in. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
slot guy struggling, hey, put me in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, punt returner struggling, hey, put me in. This ability that you have to have this elite body control on an any it's some people will call it a catch radius. I just like to say you have insane body control to be
Yeah,
able to be running full speed like that, adjust to an underthrown ball, come back, strong hands. Back in the day, we called it mossing people. You see it quite a
yeah,
bit on your film. How much do you is that just your relationship with your quarterback where he knows, all right, I got to step, just put it up there. I'm going to protect you.
yeah. I always tell my quarterbacks like they gotta trust me, like no matter what, cause I trust them, so they gotta trust me too. So like whenever the ball get in the air, like whoever guarding me, I don't feel like they're gonna be able to stop me. So like I gotta go up and get it.
All right. I can't even explain this because this is dope. All right. You're going to have to talk about this one here. Double covered on the go route, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in the building know where this ball going because they done doubled you. On a play like this, do you just tell your quarterback before the play, I don't care who they got out there? I don't care if it's two, three, four people, bro. You put that thing up there.
Sometimes I don't even like have to say anything. I just look over and he already. That's how it is
Did
when
they
like
double you a
whenever.
lot this game?
Yeah, this game we play American Heritage. Delray, yeah, they doubled me a lot, but I still had like 130 yards receiving.
And this is just trust. This is him knowing, all right, if I put the ball up there in a spot where only Waden can go get it, he gonna go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Double covered, high point in the football, a little underthrown, but you adjust perfectly to it. Two guys on you, first and goal. That's elite. I don't care. I don't care who you playing against, who you playing with. Bro, that is textbook elite. This is the kind of ball while it's in the air, the offensive coordinator is going, no, no, no. Why did you throw that? And then he remembers, oh no, wait a minute. That's waiting. We good.
Yes,
We good.
sir.
He gonna muss two people in his first and goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like that trust you have that your quarterback has in you to be able to just go, he not gonna let me down. Worst comes to worst, it's gonna be incomplete. He not gonna let somebody pick that off. How
Yeah.
long did it take to build that trust with your quarterback like that?
Um. Well, that was when I was at Somerset last year. That quarterback, he was a senior. He just transferred in like during the summer. So like we was just working out the whole summer, like always getting it in. So it didn't really take that long for him to trust because, like, if you got a receiver like that, it's not gonna be too hard for you. So you see what I mean?
No. And then here again, so what I love about your film is it shows the different aspects of your game, right? So we started off bubble screens, right? So we see after the catch, the boy deadly. Then we see contested catches over the middle. Then we see the big playability on the outside to make those 50-50 balls and dominate them. Now we see the crisp route running. We see a double move here, completely destroys this DB's hips. He gone. This
Yeah.
sluggo here was nasty. When I say we rewinded this like four times when we did the live stream after you committed, because the comments kept going, hey, rewind that again so we can watch this DB completely opened up his hips. And you know, as a receiver, once you got his hips open on that second move, see you later.
Yeah.
What is it about your route or that work ethic that led you to being this crisper route runner? Because route running to me is like blocking, and we'll get to that later too. You
Yeah.
get better at it as you put in the work. What
Yeah.
is it about route running that you love? Because you can tell you like the attention to detail in your routes.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Cause like I take pride in my routes. Like every time I have a chance to work on my routes, like I make sure I run them, I run them. Cause like one thing like any coach you'll ask about me, like they'll tell you like I don't like doing stuff wrong. Like if I do it wrong, I'm gonna keep going until I get it right. So like if I'm just practicing by myself and I don't feel like it's right, I'm gonna keep going again. And like things with my routes too, like I gotta make every route look like a fade ball. Like I gotta sell
I love
vertical
that.
real hard. And like when I was like younger, probably my ninth grade year, like I was good at doing that, but like it was still some stuff I had to critique. So like I critiqued it 10th grade year. I did like way better at it, but like now it's like I don't even like show indicators no more. Like because I be working on it too much. So like all my routes look the same. So like when DBs are guarding me, they're like intimidated. They're like, oh yeah, he's about to go deep. He's about to go deep, and I'll run like a different route on them, like a curl, dig, slant. They won't be ready for it.
And they're not ready for it. You feel like because you play DB a lot too, and we're gonna get you see that at the second half of your highlights. You feel like you playing DB helps you at receiver as well because you know what they're looking for.
Yeah, it does help me a lot. Like I don't know how to like stem them. I don't know how to like get behind them, swipe their hands. Like I don't know when they want to like press. Like I know how they line up, what covers they in. So like it does help me a lot.
The reason I paused this play, you know what this play is, don't you,
Yeah, I do. Like you
sir?
gotta closely look like it was a bunch of people that tried to tackle me. They missed. I I
We
spun
tried to
back.
count them the other night, bro. We couldn't because we lost you for a second.
Well, I spun back. You gonna see me spin back. Somebody tried to wrap me up. I spun back right there. Oh, got back up, wrap me up, and
Boom, then ran somebody over.
then I spin off that tackle. And then that last dude chasing me, he tried to get me in the legs, but he missed. Touchdown.
This is look. They ain't no defense for this, Mr. Charles. Ain't no, ain't no. You can't scheme for this. This is you just wanting it better more than everyone else out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just somebody that's choosing. Hey, I'm not. I got to make a play on this.
Yeah.
To be literally in a phone booth here, not just take on the hit, truck him and spin off him, then you put on the afterburners.
Yeah.
That's seven different abilities on one play. Like
Yeah.
on a play like this, when you balling, you having a game, 5 catches, a buck 70, 2 touchdowns. What is
Mm-hmm.
Waden Charles like on the field? Are you talking or are you quiet?
I talk when other people talk to me. Like I'm gonna just like play my game. That's it. Like I'll celebrate with my team, have fun, but like I ain't gonna talk to the DBs. Like if they say something to me though, and I make a play, they gonna know I made the play. That's for sure.
Do you feel like you're gonna get more talking or coming into this season? The guys want to test you more because you're more well known. People see the highlights, the one-handed catches, the big plays. You feel like coming into this year, people try to test you and get under your skin a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. It's been happening ever since the first game I played. Like a bunch of people just in my ear talking like, this and that. But I just let them talk to me. That's like when you got a name, people gonna want to try to like get in your skin and make you like and make you react a certain way. But like you can't let them
Because they're
do it.
trying to make their name off you, but they got to see you on the field. All that talking got to stop because eventually they got to cover you.
Hmm.
4th and 5. You know, before this play, they're definitely calling my number because it's 4th and 5 and we need a first.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
here, another. See, this is what you were talking about earlier. So you run the out route here, but watch this corner bail.
That make them look
You
like
want to
I'm
know
running.
why
Oh,
he bailed? Because Waden put his head down and looked like a go route. And that boy said, oh, and bailed. And you could see the moment where it clicked to him that, he done got me off my train tracks too. He done closed that cushion down. I gotta bail. Then you drop down. And this adjustment here on this ball, this is what I mean by that elite catch radius, where your quarterback can just put it out there. An NFL catch two, watch bro get 2 feet down on 4th and 5. I can't explain how clutch that is for a
yeah,
quarterback, for an offense, for an offensive coordinator to know on 4th and 5, I can dial up 9 and he got me.
sure.
What is that trust like between you and your offensive coordinator?
I always try to tell my office coordinator like I can do whatever you need me to do. So like in the game, like me and my quarterbacks would like have checks, and we'll go over it with our offensive coordinator first, cause like I gotta make sure my offensive coordinator trusts me first. But like he never has a problem, cause he know like whatever I'm saying, it will like most of the time be right.
When do you feel like the game started to slow down for you as a player? For when your coach could come to you and go, "Hey, what are you seeing out there?" Because you know how it is. You first get on varsity, things are faster, and they always tell you things are faster, and then you get out there and you realize, oh, it actually is faster.
Yeah.
When do you feel like the game started to slow down for you?
Slow down. Probably like the end of my ninth grade year, cause like that's when like that's when I just like started getting in. So like I just like I got through like everything I had to see first. Like I had to see how like varsity was. And so like that's when I went to my sophomore season. Like I already like knew the expectations. So
So you went into this season confident, 100% confident.
I'm confident, real
They
confident.
use you a little bit on some reverses and things like that. How much do you love getting your number called when it's a reverse or just a little quick handoff to get you the ball in space?
Uh, I love I love when I get the ball in any type of way, because that messes up the defense. Like the defense, they'll probably think I'm in one spot, and then like the next thing you know, I'm like in another spot doing something else that they didn't think I was gonna do. Like they was game planning the whole week for me to do this, but I come in the game, I'm doing something different. So like that's why it's good, like to be able to go anywhere on the field.
They can't key on you. You got that versatility. Your coach can move you all around, and no matter where you are, they don't know what's happening. A play
Mhm.
like this, I love from you. A lot of receivers don't like doing the dirty stuff in between the hashes.
Mhm.
You know better than most. A lot of these drag routes, these linebackers got their head on a swivel, looking to shut you down, looking to knock you out, because it's the only chance they gonna get. Because they
Yeah,
see you going off all game and they don't have a chance to hit you. But you
yeah,
seem to still enjoy doing the little things, the hitch routes, the drag routes, a little bit of everything. I love that. It's not selfish when you see your highlight tape. You see you do a little bit of everything.
for sure.
And again, Chris routes off the line, foot firing. He he 10 yards off and he still started bailing. He still started bailing.
I
But
was
that's
telling,
what we were talking about earlier. They watch so they know, oh, once he get going, I got to bail.
mhm.
That 10-yard cut, you can't look. Hey, DB's out there. Y'all gonna have to see him. You can't give him that kind of cushion. He gonna eat you alive. You can't.
Yeah.
I know it's not the most popular thing in the world, but you're gonna have to get up in his face. Do you like it when you get a corner that's not afraid, that's gonna get up in your face? You got to battle for the game.
Oh yeah, of course. I love going against top dogs. Like I love going against competition, 'cause like that's making me better. Feel me? Like and like it's not really like it is competition. It's a good work, but like most of the time, like I'm giving the DB work. So like for me, it's like it will go back and forth. But like most of the time, giving the DB work. So it's always good work. I like going against good competition.
So I would imagine in 7-on-7, you go out there, you seeing not just on your squad, you seeing the best of the best on the other squad too. 7-on-7 there is a lot different than it is everywhere else in the country. Like I'm in Texas. 7-on-7 is okay here. Is huge in South Florida.
Yeah.
Can for those that's listening that don't quite understand how competitive 7-on-7 is out there, when you going out there, you got an all-star team, but you facing an all-star team every game. You speak to how 7-on-7 is there and how much it's helped you as a receiver.
Yeah, 7-on-7 is just very competitive in South Florida, because like everybody that's like from South Florida that plays football, like they all got like that same mindset. Like the person in front of them, like they're not gonna let them beat them. Like they want it like real bad. Like that's how it is down here in South Florida. Like everybody down here, dog. Everybody play with that dog mindset. And 7-on-7 has like helped me a lot. Like just working on my routes, because quarterback only has like 3 or 4 seconds to throw the ball. So like
Yep.
and that's kind of like how it is in pads too, cause like he also has the lineman rushing him. So like I gotta like try to get open like fast as I can.
That makes a lot of sense too. When you see a lot of your short to intermediate routes, how quick you are to present yourself to your quarterback. Now here we just gonna go ahead and we just gonna be blazing faster than somebody else. But then again, great adjustment to a football. Everything ain't gonna be a tight spiral in your chest, but you
Yeah,
have that wherewithal, that ability to adjust and to turn a bad throw into a great catch. Where people don't realize how hard that is when you go on full speed to adjust your body to
Yeah,
bend inside. It kind of feels like the wind is pushing against you as
yeah,
you go on full speed trying to turn. I don't think people understand making that late adjustment and how difficult that is.
yeah, it is difficult.
Especially when you got a DB already cooked. So you got him cooked, you full speed burning. And you
Mm-hmm.
know now I have to adjust. That's not an easy play to make. But I love that from your quarterback though, where he knows I just need to get it in his area. I don't always have to be perfect. I just need to get it to Waden in his area and he gonna make a play.
That's all.
And then here again, tight window throw, trust. A lot of quarterbacks ain't gonna throw that ball because if you don't come down with that thing, it's 60 other way. But he
Yeah.
trusts you that if he put that up there, you're gonna go up and make the play. In the slot here, I love how much they move you around. Speed out, and then in the open field, look, we just gonna decide to run this dude over. You ran him over for fun. Tell the truth. You didn't
Yeah.
really have to run that. You ran him over for fun.
Like right here in the next play, I did it too. I did it again.
I like that physicality though. Like I like that in the open field. Like, all right, now me versus you, let's go.
Mhm.
And then you say you did it again. So very next play, and what he yep. All right, what he say to you? did he say something pregame?
Nah, that's just how it is.
That's just waiting being a dog. And then going, did they call that? Yeah, they call that a touchdown. Like, come on now. Not just
Yes.
running the dude over, the instincts, the wherewithal to still reach out, get your foot, your hand down, great balance, and then get the 6. That's what I'm talking about by turning nothing into something, turning literally a 2-yard pass into a highlight. And again, making guys miss in a phone booth. You froze him.
She like make him
He
think going vertical, flip his hips.
completely froze him too. Yeah, that's enough. So once he turned his hips like that, he gone. He done. And then after the catch, put the little shimmy on him. You literally froze him for a second. He
Yeah.
just like glitched for a hot second there. Yeah, that was that whole play. I would imagine halfway through the game, these corners be like, all right, switch. Like you come over here. Yeah, you try to deal with him because I don't got time. But this part of your game, bro, for a receiver and a star receiver to understand how important it is to block, not just on a run play, on a screen pass, when my boy catches a pass. It's not always about my highlight, but I'm going to help somebody else get a highlight. And for you to put this on your highlights, chef's kiss, bro. Because a lot of receivers don't like doing it. And if they do it because they have to. But
Yes,
you
sir.
putting this on your highlight tape shows us not only that you understand the importance of it, but you take pride in it. Talk to
Mhm.
us about blocking and how much you enjoy doing it.
I enjoy blocking a lot because like to be a great receiver, you gotta know how to block. Cause like that's like one of the things college coaches ask you too. Like yeah, they want to see you catch the ball, this and that. But like if you can't block for somebody else, like what good are you? Cause like if someone else has the ball, like you will want them. Like if you have the ball, you will want somebody to block for you. Like the same way that if
Exactly.
they have the ball, you will got to block for them. Like that game, right?
So,
Our receiver, he scored 3 touchdowns that game. Like right there, that was his third. That was his third touchdown. And I blocked. I had to make sure he gained the ball, and that was his birthday too. I had to make sure I
oh,
got.
see, that's dope. See, I love stuff like that
Mhm.
because look, bro, we know you gonna fill up the stat sheet, right? You're gonna get yours. Whatever game you going in, we know Waden gonna get his. But the
Mhm.
importance to be like, nah, but like I'm gonna get him his too. A coach, I once heard a coach tell a quarterback, you can be good enough to get yourself a scholarship and probably 4 other kids as well. And I don't think people realize that sometimes that you being elite, you're going to bring people to the show with you. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? Him scoring them 3 touchdowns, those are 3 touchdowns on his huddle now, right? Without
Mhm.
you blocking, that's a 3-yard catch. That probably don't make his highlights, probably don't impress a college coach. But
Mhm.
you have that in between your ears, not just about me. I'm the king 80% of the time. So when they need me to be the pawn, when they need me to be a good teammate, you do it. I had to highlight that because for you to put that on your huddle, any receiver can say first of all, your range at safety is insane, by the way. I didn't mean to stop talking, but your range here don't make no human sense. But for a receiver to say I like blocking is one thing. Bro, for you to put that on your highlights are highlights, right? You like to show the best of your best. For you to go, nah, I need a section with all my blocking. Kudos to you, bro, because that shows you are a complete football player and you understand the importance of not just being the touchdown guy.
Yeah.
How much do you like playing safety?
I like playing safety a lot. I like playing safety a lot.
It's this range, like I'm be honest with you, bro. We sitting here watching this the other night, and I was like, Coach Adai probably like him. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Coach Adai probably looking at Coach KB like, let me see him a little bit. Like, let me just see him a little bit over here in the DB room. Was there ever a thought for you that you might want to play DB at the next level, or you love receiver?
Yeah, like if it comes down to it, I'll play both sides of the ball. Like it's not a problem for me. I've been doing it my whole life, so if it ever comes down to it, I'll do it.
So is safety always been the second position you've played? Is it just DB or just safety?
Yeah, just safety.
That range you got too, and what I do like about you at safety, which we see too on your huddle, a lot of receivers that play safety do it because they got the ball skills, right? They got the range. You still get physical with it. You
Yeah,
come down, you play the run. You don't mind getting your nose dirty. That physical aspect of football, is that something you've always enjoyed?
yeah, of course. Always my whole life. Like I remember the first time I was playing football. Like the team I was playing for, like nobody like. I was new to the team, so like nobody like really knew about what I was capable of. I remember the first time I got the ball in practice, like the best player on the team, it was just me and him open field, and I like ran him smack over. Like I just dropped my shoulder. And like after that, like everybody already knew like who I was. Like everybody knew like yeah, we gotta start getting him the ball because like he's a problem. And everybody like knew that like once I got to high school and stuff, I was gonna be a star. So like I just had to keep grinding.
I love that early football memory. Something else I always like to ask. Obviously, committed Kane, but do you remember your very first offer? Not your first big offer, but your very first offer.
Yeah, definitely. And like a coincidence, it came from Coach KB because when he was at Toledo,
Really?
yeah, he gave me an offer at Toledo.
What was that day like for you when you got that first offer?
I remember like it was yesterday. Like I was just chilling in class, and I'm just like I'm like on social media. I see like everybody getting offers, and I was like, dang. Like for me, I was just waiting my turn. I'm like, congratulations to them boys, but I was like, I should get one too for me because like I had a good season in my freshman year, so I felt like for me I should have got one, but I was just waiting my turn. And then I got called out of class by my coach, and he was on the phone, coach KB, and like I was talking to him like for a couple weeks and stuff, like trying to get to know me and stuff like that. And that's when he told me he was like, yeah, man, you got an offer from Toledo, and I went crazy. Like I started like it was my
You
first
never
offer.
forget that, right?
I'll never forget that.
I would imagine. Was it everything you thought it was gonna be? Because you know how it is, right? You thinking, all right, when that first one come in, it's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Was it everything you thought it was gonna be? How you felt?
Yeah, definitely. It
It,
was how it was.
is it that same feeling for the? Because obviously you just continue to blow up after that. Was it
Mhm.
still that same? You got that same excitement every time you got another one after that?
Yeah, like when I started getting towards like probably like around like 10, I realized like yeah, like people actually like have interest in me. So like I gotta like keep going. I gotta keep grinding, keep stacking. So,
It's that validation, right? Because you put in all this hard work. Like we was talking about a little bit beforehand. You got school, elite athlete, 7-on-7, Saturday practices. Are you going to be an early enrollee when you eventually graduate?
yeah, I'm planning on graduating early so I can get on campus early.
Another sacrifice that takes dedication and work from you. So the
Mhm.
offers aren't you like you trust yourself, you believe in yourself. Just like when you get your 4 stars, you know you're a 4-star player. Like you do the work, but it's the validation, right? It's the all right, I'm doing all this for a reason. It's just that little bit, all right, bro, keep going. Like what you doing is working. there's that little
Mm.
bit of validation. And I love the way you lit up just when you thought about your first offer. Cause you know how it is. You probably 40, 50 deep on offers now. But it's
Mm.
dope that you still remember that first one. You still remember that moment in class when you was on your phone going, wait, I got one now? Like, yo, this one say waiting. Like that's we can't forget those moments too, right? Because once Bama, Miami, all them comes calling, yeah, they recognize the talent too. But it's also those first couple who recognize it. And I think it's crazy that it is Coach Kevin Beard that was the first one to give you that offer.
Yeah, he was the first one that took a chance on me. Mm.
Is there a receiver you like to watch to model your game after, whether that be in the pros or in college?
Yeah, probably like probably for like I'll say like my like if you look at me, you'll probably like people like could probably be like, oh yeah, he's like a DK Metcalf. But yeah, I watch them boys. Like I watch like Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Jerry Judy. I remember I was at a camp this summer. The Bo Jackson camp, he had it down here in South Florida, and Jerry Judy and Jalen Waddle were there. When I was running my routes and stuff, like Jerry Judy, he was like, oh, you running routes that I ain't even start running like that until I got to like college and stuff. Like he was saying, like I'm ahead of the
Ooh.
game.
What was that like to hear? Because again, you work hard, you busting your butt every day, working after practice, working on your own, and then to see somebody like Jerry Judy, who is known for route running, by the way. This is a dude that is known for how nasty his routes are. What is it like when he comes up to you and tells you, "Hey, bro, you was ahead of me when I was your age"? Like that's crazy.
Like you said, like that validation, like just knowing that like the work you're putting in is like paying off. Like people are like realizing it. And, like it was just like a good feeling knowing that somebody like recognized that like I put in a lot of work to like do the things I do.
Hey, there is nothing better than hearing a peer or someone who has done what you done look at you and go, "Oh nah, but he nasty." Like I know we got some dogs out here because it's a camp, so everybody out here nasty. But hey, that Charles dude, and then from like you said, from two guys like Jaden Waddle and Jerry Judy that are crisp, elite route runners. I mean, Jalen Waddle runs some of the best routes you can find and always has, even back at his time in college.
Mm.
So for them to look at you and go, "Hey, yo," that speaks volumes, bigger than rivals or 24/7 or on three. When somebody like that, NFL elite caliber receivers, look at your route running and go, "Hey, I couldn't do that." Like, I may be cold, but when I was 16, 17, I wasn't doing that. Like that's that validation. That's that. Oh, I know what I'm doing is working. Them late hours, waking up early, taking extra classes so that you can reclassify. I don't think people understand how hard you guys work. It's not just the weight room. It's all of that. Like it's Saturday right now. This young man had practice today. He out here talking to me. He probably got homework after this. And
Yeah.
then right after Sunday, he got to show up Monday and be a student first and then show up to practice and he got to bring it every day because there's probably a freshman or a sophomore on that team looking at you going, I'm gonna be the next Waden. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
be next. Or there's an eighth grader going, hey, I'm gonna be the next Charles. I'm gonna wear 9. I'm gonna wear the sleeves like he wear them. Like I would imagine, has that started happening already where the younger guys are looking at you like, ooh, I'm gonna be him when he done?
Yeah, it's definitely been happening like ever since I was younger. Like when I started like taking off with football like this, like everybody, like all my younger, like all the younger kids that I know, that they look up to me. They tell me all this and that. They tell me like I want to be just like you. Like it's a couple kids who like imitate me. Like they be trying to do the stuff I do right now, and it just be crazy to think about because like like at one point like I was doing what they was doing. Like I was looking up to people trying to do the same things, and like my coach always tells me that too. He's like, you got to move like, cause like there's people looking up to me. Like you gotta move a certain way. Like you gotta think before you do certain things. So like I always take that into account. Like whenever I'm doing stuff, cause like I know there's people looking up to me and that wanna like be like me.
It sets the tone. Like, cause even when you gone from Palm Beach, your legacy still gonna be there. Them receivers gonna know, oh, I gotta stay after and catch balls because Waden did. Like he D1. So that's what it takes to be D1. The only way they gonna know what it takes is to see what you do. Hey, I gotta do 2 extra reps because he always did 2 extra reps. Like so them young guys seeing you work hard be the star, and still know I got to put in work. I got to block, knowing it's my boy birthday. He going off today. It ain't my day. It's homie birthday. He going off. Somebody on the sideline watching that going, all right, I'm gonna do just like him. When it's my best friend birthday, I'm gonna block like Waden was blocking.
Mm.
That hard work, that work ethic, that trickles down. That's how you build a dynasty. That's how you build good culture. When your leaders set the tone. I love hearing that. I love hearing that you can already start to see on your team the younger guys look at you and go, "Hey, when he gone, I want 9." Like, or I'm gonna wear 19 until he leaves, and I'm gonna wear 9. Because we don't always know how much we impact people, right? Like, but it's cool for your coach to realize that and go, "Hey, bro, you got to move a little different now. Like, hey, you can't be too upset if you don't get the ball here because you know what I'm saying. Little number 11, he gonna be a dog in the future, but he looking at you right now to see how he should be a dog, how he should approach camps, how he should talk to his quarterback. So I love that you already know I gotta set the tone because I'm not gonna be here forever, but my legacy, my essence will still be at Palm Beach forever.
Yes, sir.
I absolutely love that. Look, we as a fan base was I can't even say hype. Whatever word is above hype when you committed is what we were as a fan base. I know you saw it. You saw the outpour on Twitter. Congratulations, not just making the decision to become a Miami Hurricane, but for all the success that you've had in life at this point. And this is just the beginning. Your success is going to continue to stack, not just because you run a 4.4, 4.3, but you got that in between the ears and in here too. You can hear when you start talking. You talk about your teammates, your coaches. Yeah. When we start talking about the blocking, you didn't even make about you. I tried to make it about you. I was blocking really good because my boy, I wanted my boy to look good. You made it about somebody else on your highlight. Like that's a true leader. Not walking into a room and saying I'm a leader, leading by example and
Mm.
actually practicing what you preach. Bro, Coach KB and Coach Dawson and Coach Cristobal got not just a real one, but an elite young man. I cannot be happier with this commit. I cannot wait to see you in this offense. When you see what you do, you got that DK Metcalf, but you also not the size, but you also got that Tyreek, that after the catch, that
Yeah.
wiggle, that twitch. We saw it a couple times, freezing defensive backs. I
Mm-hmm.
cannot wait to see you in this offense. I think you have exactly what Coach Dawson has been looking for in a receiver. Putting you on the field with JoJo Trader and Chance Robinson literally sounds like a cheat code. So I
Yeah.
think I speak for all of Kane's fam when
Yeah.
I say congratulations, bro. We cannot wait to see you with a U on your helmet. What are your socials so everyone can follow you? And I'm going to link them in the comments and in the description so you can go follow our guy right now.
Yeah. Instagram, Twitter. You can follow me at takeemdeep9_. TAKEEMDEEP 9_.
I'm gonna link those down in the description, and I'm putting his huddle down there because he continuously updates it. So as he's playing games, he'll put his game footage on huddle so you can keep up with him. And then after this year, when you get your full huddle, we're gonna come back, watch your junior tape because I know you about to punish a bunch more DBs this year, and I gotta pull up for it.
Got to.
Appreciate you for coming on, bro. Welcome to the Canes. Welcome to the U. Ecstatic to have you on the roster. Ecstatic to have a young man with what you got in between the ears. Elite on the field, we all do that. But what you got in between the ears, that's how Mario is going to build championship culture. You got to have championship young men, and you are a championship young man. So I cannot wait to see you on the field. Also, can't wait to see how well you do this year, continuing your junior season, continuing to dominate. I think we all pulling up. If you ever have games that stream, DM me the link. I'll tweet it out so Canes fam could pull up and we can show our guys some love.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Go follow Waden Charles right now. Like, stop the video, like the video, do all that YouTube stuff. Go off the video right now. Go follow Waden right now because you're going to want to keep up with his year. It's literally a movie. If you on his Twitter and you just go down, it's one-handed catches, it's juking people, it's running people over. His Twitter is a movie. Go follow him right now. Like, share, and subscribe. We out.